everybody, and welcome. Today's video is going to be very interesting. I'm going to talk about your next lifetime incarnation, and I'll also be talking a little bit about what you're going to go through during the afterlife. So please stay tuned. First and foremost, Holy Divine Source Spirit, thank you. All due respect to the Most High. Thank you for the breath in my lungs, the blood that keeps me alive. Thank you for the sun, sky, the stars in the sky. Thank you for the ones that I love and the ones that love me. As above, it's always see. Speak to the Elohim only. I ask that you grant me clarity and truth in these messages. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Thank you. So, I ask everybody to take 5 to 10 deep, solid meditative breaths and ask yourself, tap in with your higher self and see what your next lifetime incarnation is going to be like. This is going to be part 1, and then this is going to be part 2. So part 1, the first card that I pulled for you was dragons. Slay them all. Now, with this energy here, I feel like your next lifetime, this next lifetime will be intense and full of excitement and adventure, I believe. So, especially during the early years, like 17 to 25, I do see that. I feel as though if you don't go to war or something of that nature, you're going to be involved in some type of situation, like a national tragedy. A national tragedy. I feel like you're going to be involved in one of them things based off of her being amputated. But the energy of it all is that you're overcoming something so you overcoming in a situation is going to be so motivational to others in this next lifetime. I feel like you're going to be overcoming fears that you may have not ever thought you could accomplish in this lifetime. And that's why you're doing it in that lifetime, to prove to yourself your soul is strong enough to handle things like this. To prove to others that it's possible. You're going to be like a walking testimony is what I'm getting from all of this. I do feel like if you are involved in some type of war or fighting, it's going to be one of them, if you're into history, it feels like you're going to be slaying other extraterrestrial beings in the next lifetime. And that's going to be one of your biggest accomplishments. I want some more information on that, so I'm going to shuffle. You're definitely going to be like a walking testimony, and I'm feeling like you're going to be fighting for good. God is sending you on a mission for that next lifetime, and then probably preparing you in this lifetime. Your angelic brothers and sisters, a decision. Now, the lovers can be a decision. It could be romantic, but it could also be being torn between two things, being pulled one way, but being led another way. Your heart is led one way, but you're being pulled another way by external forces. That's what the lovers represents originally. And then with the Fool here, so then there's definitely going to be a lot of temptation surrounding this next lifetime. So obviously you're probably going to forget the things that you learned this lifetime. But I can see you using your own personal abilities because you do have them. I see you tapping into those abilities and knowing for yourself that you will be able to accomplish things in your next lifetime. Like your sheer willpower is going to carry over into the next life. And the next card that I pulled for you already was Queen-Neptune with alchemy. And I pulled this as the sun card comes out because it's letting me know you do have some type of spiritual esoteric abilities that you can use to manifest some of this wisdom and knowledge into the next lifetime. You may be able to tap into a certain energy as you meditate and maybe speak it to a certain spirit guide or deity that you relate to personally, that you personally work with. And this guide is going to give you some intel on more so on that. The Six of Cups, the High Priestess, and Judgment. I feel like you're going to be bestowed some type of wisdom early on as a child. It could be because of what you're doing in this lifetime. You look into, now that you've heard this, you study the right things and learn about the right things that which you learn this lifetime will carry over to the next lifetime. And as you are a child and you grow older, you're going to already be aware of certain things that people may think that you wouldn't know or you shouldn't know. And I feel like that's why things are going to get hectic as you get a little older. You're going to feel out of place and not really know what's going on. Okay, so then this next lifetime, you're going to be having an awakening. You may be studying and learning things in this lifetime that you may not have been sure of. And in this next lifetime, you're definitely going to be sure. And I feel like your mother and the next that you're born to is going to have a huge impact on that. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So 1010 is the angel number. So that I stand on it. That, you know what I said. You're definitely going to be born to a woman that teaches you a lot. And it's going to trigger all of that you learned in this lifetime. And you're going to be able to put that stuff to use. I feel like you know things now. You're very enlightened and very spiritual, righteous. I don't think that you believe fully. And I see the Five of Pentacles as I say that. And the Five of Pentacles is, spiritual lack. It is also poverty. So maybe in this next lifetime you'll have to experience a form of poverty, and that could be why things may be a little off halfway early on in your life, but it turn around for the better. You be in a brief period. You be in a brief period of apathy, wondering what's more to all of this that you know and all of this that there is. What is the meaning of life and why is it like this? You're going to be spending a lot of time probably on your own in this next lifetime as well. The Princess of Pentacles. And I see 1, 2, 3. You're going to become a young protege. And all you really will need is the right guidance at the right time. That is what I see with that. Tell me some more about this. Or should we move on? That's what it's probably gonna be an issue of like when you're, because you're gonna be younger, it might be an issue of your social group and the people around you. And if it's not that, it could be the way that they view you, the way your light shines, the way that you come across to everybody. They may be intimidated because they feel that purpose that you come into this life with, and then that feeling of what you bring will make them feel a little dim and maybe like they shouldn't be around you, or that you should feel less than you are. And so in this next lifetime, I do see people affecting the way that you act because it affects how they feel confidently within themselves. But it's up to you to decide how you feel and what you do. Do you let others sway you? In this next lifetime, you may not have the most mature sense of thinking. But it could be because of lack of education, or because you had lack of education in this life. Wow, so you know, I felt that you were very highly educated at first. So maybe that it was, you're going to become very highly educated in the next lifetime, and your light is going to shine so much and intimidate others because in this lifetime you didn't have access to as much education as you could have, or that you wish you could have. And coming from not as much money and not being able to go and do certain things, not being able to enjoy things that your peer group got to experience. So because your peer group got to experience things that you didn't in this lifetime, now in the next lifetime, they're witnessing you experience spiritually things that they'll never experience. So yeah, maybe this lifetime you have to sit back and watch them, you know, make you feel dim within yourself, make you feel less than. But in the next lifetime, your presence alone and the light you bring and the upbringing that you have came from is intimidating alone to them. And okay, I do. Okay, so in your afterlife experience, though, I feel like in the afterlife is gonna be mind-boggling. I don't think that this is something you're prepared for, and you definitely didn't expect. Justice in the Tower. So during your afterlife experience, I see that there may be a spirit that tries to trick you and convince you to do something that is besides your better judgment and your best interest. However, I see that you will be very accepting of this death that you just went through and very welcoming to this next journey ahead of you. I don't feel as though you're going to look and wait uh, very long to see how others feel about you passing on, and I don't see you lingering around to see how others are doing it, messing around. I see you just moving on, moving forward. But I do think that you're going to see past this illusion of the spirit trying to manipulate you and trick you, because I think the spirit may even look exactly like you. All right, I want to get into part two. I'd love to get more in depth, but if you would like a more in depth reading on your past or your next incarnation and the afterlife that you'll experience, you can always reach me personally. Think part two. All right, thanks. Let's get right into it. So, the first card that I got for you pre-pulled was Spaceships. Don't be afraid to sing. So, immediately with this card, I feel like the angels and spirit guides around you are very positive and happy and fun. They probably make you laugh often. They'll make you remember something funny. I feel like some of them are people that So some of them here are ancestors. There is maybe an ancestor or two around that does linger around you. But the angels around you are very playful and high vibrational. I feel like you're often in good spirits, and don't be afraid to sing. Lets me know that your spirit and your soul is very bold and outspoken. I feel like you're not afraid to try new things. And if you are in this lifetime, then in your next lifetime you will not be. Okay? So, more about your next lifetime. The devil keeps popping out. Now, this is temptation and things. So, the Nine of Swords in reverse now. Okay. So, I feel like your spirit guides are helping you fight against something. And you've been fighting against something for a long time. And it's like the Fool. Tell me about the next lifetime. Thank you. I feel like you need to know something actually about this life, but I'm gonna stay focused on this future life for you. So please tell me more about this card and the next lifetime, the next incarnation. Thank you, Holy Divine Spirit, Holy Divine Source, speaking with the Elohim, no love vibrational deities, entities, or spirits around me. Ashe. So, 3 wands. So this is 3 guys here and then 3 of wands. So in this next lifetime, you may feel a spark to create something new, something that nobody's done before. It feels like you, this Prince of Cups. So very mysterious. Okay, so in this next lifetime, you're very mystical and you mastered some of the abilities you've been working with in this lifetime. So see how some of us could predict what someone's gonna say as a minor thing. In this next lifetime, you'll be able to say, are you thinking about XYZ in the third? And then they'll be like, whoa, how'd you know I was gonna say that? 2 of Swords, because your intuition, your faith. You had so much faith in this next lifetime. And this is what connects you. Your spirit is very, 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 very capable of manifesting things into existence. Gentlemen. Yes, because you may often pray in this lifetime and see things happen. Or if they didn't happen in this lifetime, in this next lifetime, you're going to be able to pray or think of something and will it into existence or manifest, how that goes. Judgment and death. So, this next life incarnation, you may be very psychic, is what I keep picking up on. Two of Cups. I feel as though you would be a part of a large family or like a large corporation. Your family may be in charge of a large corporation. You may be born into a wealthy family. However, you're still incredibly spiritual and psychic and in touch with God, and you have faith that there is God and faith in God, and you know that the Most High Divine Source is listening and watching, and you pay attention to those things in this next lifetime. So, okay. This is the type of person that you'll be. Some reason it feels like you'll be in like an arranged marriage in this next lifetime. I don't know if this is something that's going to be planned over there with like actually your family, or maybe you're just planning on in that next lifetime. The plan is for you to marry someone specifically. Also, this is the other card I pre-pulled for you, and this is Queen Sheba, Secrets Revealed. All right, and then with that being said, this further proves like kind of what I'm saying here with the secrets revealed. And I said you would be pretty mystical, mysterious, and if this isn't an arranged marriage, it feels like you and your lover in this life are planning on being together in the next lifetime. And I know wrong thing, I'm here for it. Or you may have made a pact, or this is just arranged, divine, holy, and spirit. This is what it is in the name of God. This is what God wants for you to join union. So it could be that you're married into this family in the next lifetime. Whether or not you could be born into it or married into it. This is for multiple people, so it's hard to tell. I have the Emperor, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. I feel like, okay, so then with that being said, I feel like most of whoever is watching this will be born into money and wealth, power, more so power and respect. I feel like your family now, the blood lineage now, is already putting down the foundation and putting in the work and the foundation of what it takes for you guys to have this corporation, this empire type of thing. Your people are fighting for you. You definitely are black or something, or black or Latino or something. Your people are fighting for each other. You're fighting for what's right, and equality is what I'm getting. Fairness, what's right. Judgment is here. So you really are the type of person that you see right from wrong. You know when someone is like being a huge jerk to someone and just being prejudiced, all of that. You can definitely feel that in this life. So in the next lifetime, you're going to be like a activist is what it feels like a spiritual activist. It feels, I feel like you'll be like either in a monastery or doing some type of martial arts, like either heavily intense prayer or heavily intense training. It's a very serious lifetime. The world, I feel like you'll be seen in front of lots of people, and lots of people, depending on your opinion, how you view the world, strength. And the lion is definitely a leader of the pack. The lions and the devil. And see, the devil is also Capricorn. So with that being said, Capricorn is major corporations and big business and things like that. Power, the politics, and the government is all in the house of Capricorn. And so I do feel like I said, you'll be born into a lot of power. So your family could be in a state of government. What's it called? A position of government. The High Priestess. So Ten of Wands. Yeah, I feel like, and now you have the King of Cups. It was the Prince of Cups. I feel as though you're going to become a king or hopefully not a dictator, but that's definitely a word that just came to mind. So maybe this next incarnation I'm getting now is a greed. Maybe the whole purpose of you being in this position is to see, will you get power hungry? Are you going to go overboard when you get into a position of authority? Will you go overboard knowing my father does this and my mother does this? My mother is, I feel like in the first, I'm going to just talk. So I didn't want to say that. So I just started talking crazy. But I feel like in this pile, it's a huge impact is going to be your father figure. I feel as though you probably did have your father in this lifetime, and you guys had a very strong, intense bond. I feel as though in the next incarnation, this father you have is going to be very respected, highly respected around where you're from. Maybe even outside of there. Because I also do feel you traveling. Alright. Let me wrap this up. Ace of Swords, the Sun, and the Strength card. Now, mind you, both of these are Leo cards. The Chariot, that's Cancer, that's the opposite of Capricorn. So the opposites are right across from each other. So this lifetime is going to be a major difference from what you're into now. Like, you probably have a very basic life right now. I feel like you have a regular job, a nice family, da-da-da. So I feel if you know your astrology in your natal chart, I feel like your south node is probably Cancer and your north node is going to be Capricorn. If you were to look in there, I could be wrong. It could be like your midheaven or something. Like your midheaven could be Capricorn or something in nature. But I feel like your father could be a Leo, or if he's not in his next lifetime, he's going to be very Leo-like and powerful and respected. He's going to know a little bit of everything and a little bit of everybody. So that's what that's about. But I do feel like you were going to be a very spiritual person in that next lifetime. So I feel like you should be able to grow through an experience and see that God is challenging you. See the prince here. You went from king to the prince again. So God, again, you won't see for a while, probably in this next lifetime, that God is challenging you to see if you're going to be power hungry or not. And you could even be so wrapped up in what you're doing with yourself that you forget that you're supposed to be in a position of power. You could be like that, and now your father has to train you to be a leader. So tell me about their afterlife. What is it going to be like for them in the afterlife? Ace of Cups. Prince of Swords. So I feel like in your afterlife experience, in your journey through the afterlife to this next life, you're going to be faced with multiple options. So this could, this is just a general reading. So this isn't going to be the only option for you. You do get to choose your story. So, however, I feel like you're going to be set before you multiple options of what do you want to do for your next journey? What do you want to be? Who do you want your next family to be? And that could be exactly why you picked this next family. You could be looking at the world and be like, wow, that family is doing great. They're taking over, you know what I'm saying? They're going here, they're going there. They're helping these people. They get money from here, here, and here. They're not in debt. Like, they have this giant home and castle. They don't have too many kids. I want to be one of their kids. That's the thoughts that come to my mind as I say all this. So let's see. You're gonna be very conscious. I feel like you're gonna be very lucid and conscious. And see, I was already feeling like you'll be very psychic and intuitive in this next incarnation. So for you to be very aware and conscious in this afterlife experience is very fitting. What's the bottom of the deck? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so that's definitely what's gonna be on your mind. Is like, where can I go that is gonna be very beneficial for me? What place is gonna be like, you may even want to be in a place that because I'm looking at how this foundation is covered in gems. There's lots of crystals underneath. So wherever you go, again, like I said, and even the Queen of Sheba, she is balling, and she brings riches to her followers, her children. All I definitely do see that. All right. So I don't see anything else for that. Like I said, for you, wherever you go to, you're gonna be living on a landmine, pretty much a gold mine, not a landmine, a gold mine. I don't speak that of you. Okay, so thank you. All due respect to the Most High. Thank you, Holy Divine Source Spirit. If you need any more in-depth messages for this, you can also reach me directly for either this reading or another. And thank you so much for watching. Please hit subscribe and all of that. Like the video. Thank you, thank you, thank you.